Guys, can you see the screen now? All of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So let's start, guys.
Yes.
Our session today is about module 9B. And 9B is talking about London's burning. And we're going to know every single detail about the story of the Great Fire of London. By the way, one day London had exposed such a very bad disaster, and we're going to know it in detail later. The first thing here, we're going to talk about disasters. Disasters. So, what's the meaning of disaster? I want to hear Yara. Can you tell me what's the meaning of disaster? I think that you took this word before. And according to the picture they can see, you can guess the meaning of disaster. What's the meaning of disaster, my dear?
Like something be broken or
Something, okay, is it something good or something bad? First,
no bad.
very bad, perfect. This a bad thing could hurt you or cannot hurt you.
No, it can hurt me.
Excellent. This is the disaster, my dear. Disaster is an event, a thing
Yeah.
that results in great harm or damage or death. This bad event
Yeah.
could cause death, could cause damage, could cause harm. That's why it's called disaster. So something is harmful. It's called disaster. Okay? Today
Yeah.
we're going to
Okay.
talk about different disasters. The first disaster that we're going to talk about,
Like phenomena?
phenomena is something natural, but today we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about a natural disaster that Allah has created by
Yeah.
himself and man-made that we did it by ourselves. Okay, my
Yeah.
dear, we're going to take both of them. Thank you, Yara. So here, guys, we're going to talk about the first two disasters that they are natural disasters. Tornado. As you see here, this is tornado. And we have the cyclone. What's the tornado? Tornado, guys, is a strong and dangerous wind which forms into upside down. Can you see here? It's upside down, like a cone. As you see here, it's a spinning cone. So tornado is a strong, dangerous wind which forms into upside down spinning cone. And this tornado, guys, can destroy anything, any building, anything at all. The next disaster that we're going to talk about, the cyclone. What's the cyclone? The cyclone, as you see here, it's a violent or strong storm or wind, which the air moves.
So how we created about ourselves.
My dear, this is the natural. I said first we're going to talk about the natural disasters, not
Oh,
ours.
yeah, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So it's the first thing, of course, no, we cannot do that.
Yeah.
You can do so, you are a superhero. So this is Allah's creation. So here, this is the cyclone. The cyclone is a violent storm or wind which the air moves in a circular direction. Okay, my dears?
Okay.
Okay, so here, all of you can see the screen, right? You can see the screen.
Yeah.
Perfect. So here, as you see here, guys, this is the tornado. The tornado is different with the cyclone. The tornado is like a cone, as you see here, and the cyclone is a strong wind or storm, and the air can create it. The air only. It's the air movement in a circular direction, as you see here. And by the way, guys, sometimes you're going to see that the hurricane, it looks like exactly the cyclone. They are like each other exactly. So what's the difference between the cyclone and hurricane? By the way, don't worry, the cyclone and hurricane cannot come in the same question because they are like each other exactly. But the difference only is that I want Lamar Khalid to read the difference between hurricane and cyclone. You can read from the
No,
screen.
Miss, how the cyclone and hurricane is the same.
The same, but we have a slight difference. We're going to know now. So Lamar, can you read first? What's the hurricane? Can you read it?
A violent wind which has a circular movement, especially found in the West Atlantic
Yeah,
Ocean. A
yeah.
hurricane is actually a, a violent storm formed with water, which cause heavy rains and fires, fierce winds, and they can cause flooding of streets and homes.
Perfect. So as you see here, Yara, it's a violent wind. And by the way, the cyclone is a violent wind. But what's the difference? The difference, my dear, is the location. The hurricane happens only in specific places, like where in the West Atlantic Ocean. This is if this kind of wind happened in West Atlantic Ocean, this is called in English hurricane. And by the way, the hurricane is a violent storm formed with water. With water. This kind of wind is formed with what? With water. With
Water.
water. Okay? And it happened where? It happened in West Atlantic Ocean. Budi, can you read what's the cyclone now? Woody, can you read what's the cyclone now? Because Lamar read to us the hurricane. Woody, this is your turn. What's the cyclone?
A violent tropical storm or wind in which the air moves very fast in a circular direction. They can
Excellent.
be formed. They can be formed over tropical water by the Southeast Pacific and the South Atlantic Oceans.
Excellent. Have you seen here, guys? This kind of violent wind or storm, it causes by what? It caused by the air. It caused by the air. So here, the hurricane, it's caused by with water, and the cyclone is caused with the air. Okay, and it moves very fast in circular direction. It's like exactly the hurricane in circular direction. And here, guys, you're gonna find it where you're gonna find it that happen in Southeast Pacific Ocean or South Atlantic Ocean. So here in West Atlantic Ocean is gonna be hurricane. If it's Pacific Ocean or Atlantic Ocean, is gonna be cyclone. Now you got the difference here, Yara?
Yeah.
They're like each other exactly, but the movement of the wind, if it happened with water, it's gonna be hurricane. If it's with air, it's gonna be cyclone. Is it clear, my dear?
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. So let's go to here. Yeah. Guys, now I'm gonna show you a disaster and try to guess what kind of disaster it is. Is it clear, my dears? So I'm gonna choose the first one, Yusuf Ahmed. Yusuf, what kind of disaster it is? And by the way, you're gonna find the word is written behind it. You can guess the word.
Earth.
Earth what? You're right. Earth what? You're right.
1 minute.
You're right.
Yeah,
Earth,
I know.
Earth
Like
what?
there's a second word.
Okay, I can tell you the definition. It's a violent movement of Earth.
Miss Rado, can I say it?
Okay, wait, Yusuf. Sorry, wait, Yassine. If he doesn't know, you're going to answer Yassine. Listen again,
Okay.
Yusuf. It's a violent movement of Earth. Huh? What is it?
Earthquake.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Yassine. It's earthquake. Sorry.
Yusuf.
Sorry, Yusuf. Yeah.
Yusuf.
So this is the earthquake. As you
Miss
see
Rado,
here,
but the
it's a
earthquake.
violent- Yeah, my dear.
Miss Rado,
Yes.
but the earthquake doesn't make like this in the street.
No, my dear, it happened. No, it can. By the way, you're gonna find a lot of cracks on the earth itself and the buildings, and
Okay.
something more could happen like this. Yassine, this is your turn. Try to guess what kind of disaster it is.
Tornado.
Let's see, is it right or not? Perfect, good boy. It's tornado. Thank you. Excellent. It's tornado. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to and first, Yassine, before you go, tell me, the tornado is a natural disaster or a man-made?
Natural.
Excellent. Now let's go to Omar Sheikh. Omar, what kind of disaster it is? It's boo. Poo.
It's fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks. Yeah. And the fireworks, what happened after the fireworks? It could
Uh,
cause
Explosion.
excellent explosion. Perfect. And tell me, Omar, explosion is a man-made or it's a natural disaster?
Man-made.
Thank you, my dear. Let's go to Lamar. Khalid. Lamar, Can you guess what kind of disaster it is?
I know, but I can't say.
I can tell you the explanation. It's, you know, large amount of water. It's a large amount of water.
It's like
And it starts with, or begins with F.
F.
Mm.
Flooded.
Flood. Excellent, my dear. Perfect. So flood is a large amount of water. Excellent, my dear. It's flood. Tell me, Lamar, is it a natural disaster or man-made?
Natural.
Perfect. Thank you, my dear. This is natural disaster. Let's go to Lama Magdi. Lama? Are you here, Lama? Okay, Marwa, are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marwa. Can you guess what kind of disaster it is? And again, I'm gonna tell you, it's you know, a kind of strong storm.
Tornado.
It's tornado. I agree with you, my dear. This picture is a tornado. I agree with you. And by the way, the tornado, it looks like exactly the cyclone, but I'm gonna give you specific information. This kind of disaster or this kind of a storm, okay, it's caused with the air, not the water.
Miss Rada, it should be cyclone, right?
Wait, I'm asking her a question. Just wait, my dear. And this kind of storm or disaster or this wind, it's caused by the air, not water. Not water. It's what? Here's another picture here. This is the same. It's air, not water.
Can I say?
No, because I said it now. Again, huh?
Okay.
Marwa, it's a strong tropical storm or wind in which the air moves. The air moves very fast in a circular direction. I can say that it begins with letter C. C. I said it now. I just said it.
I can say it, but it's
Huh? Okay, can you spell it?
no. It's like cyclone, something like that.
Okay, like she said, guys, it's not cyclone. It's cyclone. Excellent, my dear. It's cyclone. Repeat after me, Marwa. Cyclone.
Cyclone.
Excellent, my dear. Thank you. Let's see. Who is ready to answer this question?
Me.
Who's me? Say your name. Mahmoud. Okay, Mahmoud. Tell me, Mahmoud, what kind of disaster? But before you answer, Mahmoud, I'm gonna ask Marwa again. Marwa, tell me, the cyclone is natural disaster or man-made?
No, it's natural.
Thank you, my dear. Mahmoud. Okay, this is your turn, Mahmoud. Tell me, Mahmoud, what kind of disaster it is? I'm gonna tell you the definition. It's a violent wind, has a circular movement, and it's found in the West Atlantic Ocean, and it's caused with water. It's caused with water.
Tornado.
Like, no. It's like exactly the cyclone, but the difference between cyclone and that disaster, that the cyclone is caused with air,